purpose of today's lesson is to expand our equation solving into solving two-step equations. Yesterday we did one step. Now, if you might remember our order of operations, um, one of the things that you'll note is that the final thing we do in order of operations is add or subtract. Right before that is multiply or divide. When solving two-step equations, we actually go in reverse order. So what we do first is we undo addition or subtraction. We then undo multiplication or division. And again, all of this is being done at the idea that you're locating the variable. And then finally, we check our answer. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. We have 3x plus 6 equals negative 18. So if we want to do our little dividing line here, we do so. We undo that addition part first. The whole idea is to keep paring down whatever is being done to that variable. Now, what I just want to show you off on the side here is how we would check that our answer of negative 8 is correct. And what we would do is we go back to this original equation here, and instead of x, we'd put in negative 8. And when you're checking your work, all you should be left with are numbers. It should be a numerical statement. So now we just follow our order of operations, and we see that we get a true statement. And that's how you would check. Okay? So I'm just going to erase this so we can go on to the next. All right. Divide this in half. We're going to add 12. Please remember your different rules regarding adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing with signed numbers, because that's some of the most common mistakes made. Okay. Now, next one is going to demonstrate for us something we've got to be careful about. We're going to subtract the 2. Now, I'm purposely doing this because you always need to look at the sign to the left of any number or variable. And what we're carrying down is a negative 3a. Very easy to miss that sign. Okay. You'll recall from yesterday, what's happening here is x is being divided by 4. So now we're going to multiply by 4 and get negative 92. Okay. Now we're going to have another very common mistake that we've got to watch out for here. So 4 is a positive 4, so we're subtracting 4. When we do that, we get negative 9 equals negative m. Our variable has to have that coefficient of 1. So there is 2 ways to do this, and one easy way to think of it. I either can multiply both sides by negative 1 or divide by negative 1. It's the same thing. Basically, all you're doing is just changing the sign, okay, of both the variable and the numerical answer. Okay, subtracting 16. Now, if you recall from yesterday, we used our reciprocal here. What's the reciprocal of 2/3? 3/2. Everything here cancels to a 1, which is what we're looking for. I can cross cancel here to get negative 18. And then the last two, Subtract the 6. This is a negative 3/4 a. Remember, it has to be the same sign, so it's got to be a negative 4/3. Everything there cancels. I can cross cancel there to get negative 24 is my, I'm sorry, a positive 24 is my answer. And then finally, I add 8. 1/6 y is equal to negative 18. So hopefully you're realizing all you need to do is multiply by 6. That's the reciprocal of 1/6. It's like 6/1. You don't need to write the 1 if you don't want to. And we get negative 108. Okay. So again, just to recap, very simply, when solving a two-step equation, we want to undo addition or subtraction, then undo multiplication or division, and then check our answer.